supply depots where the ship can load up in relative comfort without interfering with normal traffic. Like I said, there is a bunch of smaller free merchant ships as well. A bunch of strike fighters who are flying escorts for the bulk freighters. There is a bunch of like government-owned patrol boats going back and forth, patrolling the area.
Bulk freighters can house other like a free merchant, right?
If
or
they
no?
have the fitting for it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there is a couple of corvettes and one heavy frigate as well, just hanging out in sensor range from you.
Are we running? You gonna try to like stealth run out of there? Silent run out of there? What do you want to do, Brody?
So, Ben, could you be so kind and roll me a intelligence, I do believe. Let me just check real quick. I think it's intelligence, but I'll double check. So 2d6 plus your int mod. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, 2d6 plus your intelligence, please, and thank you.
You know what? Could have been worse.
All right. So, Ben, you said earlier that you worked in your previous life as a illegal salvage hopper or some such with a crew, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in general, a criminal crew, like lower end of pirates, more scavengers than fighters.
All right. Yeah, I think as you're having this predicament presented to you and the general confusion of the situation, I think you sit there with your one marijuanas or whichever drug you wish to imbibe, and you sit back in your comfortable chair, probably a beanbag, and you fondly remember one time where you were in a similar situation with your old crew, and you called up a friend who happened to own a bulk freighter that you could hang out or attach your ship to and then warp with them or drill out a system with, and you managed to avoid some pretty serious heat doing it like that in the past.
All right. So is this a specific person that I can call up, or is this just a tactic that I might be able to utilize?
I'm gonna say it's a general tactic that you're familiar with, and then if you want to see if you can, look through the ship registry, like within the range of your scanners, and see if there is a ship familiar to you, you're welcome to use a connect with intelligence or connect with charisma. If you want to recall someone from memory, or if you want to like sweet talk someone who you met at a bar somewhere and say, hey, we had a good time drinking that one time. Can you give us a ride? Our ship is a bit out of fuel or some such.
Oof. Can I use my new scene reroll?
Yes, I would certainly encourage it.
Do I know anybody since when we first came to the planet? I was talking to a lot of the people in the underground, or I've not met anybody that can provide us with travel.
So I think this would be a very specific arrangement because this is not the strictly legal to do and safe for that matter. So I'm not sure if the people you spoke to would even be considering this. They might have some other connections and friends of yours they could make introductions to, but from the top of your head I don't think they would know something that could help you right in this very moment.
I guess Ben's got it covered.
All right. So Ben, you see a ship in the directory, one of the bulk freighters who's flying with an escort, named the Silver Chalice, captained by a rather harsh and staunch individual of all things fine imbibement, named I think he goes by Captain Fargo these days. And yeah, he has his ship there for refueling, probably a couple of hours out from where you are right now.
All right. Yeah, so I'll give him a call, and I'll tell him. Yeah, it's been a long time since we talked. Hey, look, I've been looking to lay low for take it easy on the next journey, and I'd appreciate if we could, me and my crew could hitch a ride aboard your freighter. I'll send him a message like that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you get a immediate response back. It's basically you send someone a text message and they call you back. And yeah, if you pick up, he says, "Well, isn't it Mr. Blackford? Been a while. So, what is this about transport? I'm hearing."
Yeah, I was looking to get passage back to the Calixus sector, and if we could, hitch a ride on your, hook our own ship to your cargo freighter. I'm me and my crew are looking to keep a low profile for our next journey, trying to avoid any nosy people on our way there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Tell you what, if you come right now, I have some spots left, and I'll sell you one for 50K. Should be simple enough, fuel expenses and the usual stuff. And I'll invite you to dinner as well when we get there.
All right, sounds good. Can I haggle with him here by any chance?
Yeah, if you want. So it would be trade with charisma, I think, or intelligence. Like if you want to quote a book on, quote like the standard prices and all that, or you can just with your charm try to convince him that you should give a friend discount.
Yeah, I'm going more the trying to endear myself to him and everything. Oof, not working too well this time though.
And he says, "I like you, Blackford, but unfortunately, I have to make ends meet myself. And if I'm going to turn down more profitable clients and maybe put my reputation on the line, then I need some credits for that. That and my crew needs to eat as well. Not to mention our shared enjoyment we had at port at one time. That costs a lot as well."
Yeah, fair enough. I'll bring up my crew and get back to you on this.
Yeah, and with that, he just you hear a blip on your compad, and you have a navigational coordinates to his ship, and it just says, "Call me when you're starting docking procedure, and we'll sort you out."
Yeah, I'll send the message to Vel, Brody, and Tarn, and it'll just be a sort of group text that says, "Hey, I can arrange us to hook onto a cargo freighter to keep a lower profile, but he wants 50,000 credits, so that's an option for us."
Tarn will reply back that he's all for it and he'll chip in his cut of it.
Yeah, I'll chip in.
Same.
I mean, realistically, let's do this. If we're gonna do it, we all chip in 10K, take 10K from the shared cash. That's 50K.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Fuck. Just making money to lose it. Give me 1 second. Gotta look for.
Better to be safe than sorry.
At least we live, you said, or what? All right. So 10K from me is done. I need to check the ship.
All right, so mark down the cash.
I'm marking.
Yeah, I think Yeah, you have the docking coordinates, Ben. So you send them off to Brody, and he puts them in the computer. And Brody, you have the heads-up display. Basically, have a blinking dotted line where the optimal flight path. So if you just follow that, you get to his ship in no time.
Easy enough.
Yeah, and it takes you maybe an hour of travel to get to the fueling station because your ship is a lot faster than
Really.
the bulk freighter is. So yeah, you arrive and you send the message again saying, "Hey, hook us up." And yeah, you get autopilot engages, auto docking procedure engages to latch you onto the hull of the underneath the bulk freighter. And yeah, he, Captain Fargo sends you a text message, Ben, and says, "If you have everything ready to go, we can leave. We just need another hour to top off the fuel, and then we're good to go. So make any preparations you need now." All right, Brody. As the ship is docked and you're waiting for the other ship to take off, you see, like I said, there is two strike fighters just orbiting or flying information with this. Right now, they're more or less stationary, just flying a patrol pattern or just sitting still in space. And then beyond that, I think you see slowly coming towards you. There is a heavy. What would this be? Yeah, it will be a heavy frigate and a corvette coming towards you. It's like very slowly but very deliberately on intercept course. They are not far enough, and they're not close enough yet to be in weapons range, but you definitely notice them because they drastically changed their trajectory when you were burning towards this point. And they seem to be like the closer they get, the slower they go. So it's definitely like an unnatural flying pattern in this like very crowded part of space to just slow down in the middle of the space lane like that. And I think you see and you probably see this more on the instrument panels rather than through eyeballs. But you see the two strike fighter pilots, do a sharp turn and start flying towards them to do something. And it seems to be just flying in a holding pattern around those two ships for a bit. But yeah, I think, yeah, unless you want to do something.
No, I was gonna say we're already docked, right?
Yeah, so your ship is currently docked underneath a bulk freighter that is currently docked at a space station for refueling. I think an hour or so passes, or close to it at least. Probably feels even longer knowing that there is something out there waiting for you. But yeah, the captain comes on, basically a ship-to-ship communication, and says, "We're all done here, so unless you have any objections, we're undocking now and start heading towards Galaxis." And he sends that to whoever all of you who are on the bridge here hears that, and then shortly after that, you feel the ship jolts a bit as it disconnects from the bulk freighter, disconnects from the station, and starts burning towards the outer rim. And again, you see the two strike fighters flying patrol information around the bulk freighter, and it's joined by one of the patrol boats.
Sorry.
Rhodey, you also notice that the heavy frigate and the corvette is following you at a fair bit of distance, but they're definitely like following you and matching speed and direction with you.
Lovely. Is there... Do I notice anything that might connect them to Caradon?
Yeah, they have
Sorry about that.
KC within like brackets, KC and brackets on their at the start of their name in the ship directory.
Great.
You notice a couple of other ships as well. They have a couple of strike fighters, probably 4 or so, but they are at the very end of sensor range from behind you, so most likely orbiting or were hanging out around the moon of the planet and are now like coming towards you at some point or in some way because they're like flipping in and out of sensor range, so the extreme end of it. So yeah, what is there now with this information? Is there anything you as a pilot would like to do, or are you simply waiting by the controls, waiting for something to happen?
How long does it take to disengage from the freighter?
Depending, it kind of depends on two things. First of all, how it really just depends on how gentle you want to be. If you want to do it safe and secure, and both ship doesn't cause any damage or doesn't cause damage to any ship, maybe a few rounds of combat. If you just wanna, slap the oh shit button and burn away from it, one, if not both ships, gonna take a bit of damage, but instant action basically.
Can he use his telekinesis to open it up quickly?
Open what up?
What's it called? The clamps.
No, that would be way too much pressure for someone to use,
Okay.
unless with the current level of telekinesis, it would be too much pressure for that.
So I would need level 4 for something like that. Or would it be past level 4?
It would be 4 and a bit of a stretch after that. But yeah, it really just depends. If you press the oh shit button, it's instant. Otherwise, it's gonna take maybe an hour or so to ease your way out of it without damaging anything. And that's like careful maneuver. If one ship, the ship you're attached to, is docked, then I'll let you do it in a couple of minutes. Uh, it requires a bit of careful maneuvering, so not scratch the paint and all that.
Alright, I guess I'll hold off on doing anything for now.
All right. So while this is happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Did they notice all the Caradon ships?
If they are on the bridge, probably. If they aren't on the bridge and you don't say anything, then most likely no.
Alright, I was gonna say if they don't know, I'm going to bring it up that we've got a lot of company following us.
I message the bridge and I say, if we drop a whole bunch of stuff out of the cargo bay, can we like trip them up or anything like that?
Probably not. Well, I guess it really depends on the size of the ship.
I mean, we're in space, right? So I doubt it. It'll just bounce off them, most likely.
Alright, I'm gonna focus on hiding my drugs then. You guys do your thing.
Really? That's what you're worried about?
It might be the difference between 120 years in prison and 125 years in prison.
I'm just saying that I probably have enough bodily fluids in my room to turn us, all three of us, into different people. You guys are willing.
Well, they know our ship.
What do they know about our ship? You just be
Us
like,
and
they paid
that
us.
it's ours?
Some people paid us to go to Calixtus and transport the ship to Calixtus, or maybe somewhere else. You know. I mean, as a worst case scenario. Just saying.
All right.
Tarn I can't do
So-
shit with because Tarn is a robot boy, but sorry, Tarn.
Alright, so Ben, as you're fervently hiding your drugs in the deck plate and the wall plates, and possibly the potted plant in the corner as well, for good measure, you get a message on. You hear your compad beep again. And you get a very short message from the captain of the other ship.
Alright.
And the message is as follows. When we get there, you and I are gonna have a very long conversation because I just had a conversation with Captain Alenko and you need to explain some things to me. And that's the entirety of the message.
You done fucked up.
Alright. I'll message everyone else in our crew and say I'll send them basically relay that audio, and I'll just say it's a bit. I mean, it's kind of cryptic. I don't know if he means he's gonna shoot us when we get there, or I don't know. But you guys should probably know that he knows something's up.
I mean, I assume he knows something's up. We fucking told him we need to hide.
I mean, that in itself isn't unusual for Ben because that's how he usually operates when in situations like this. It's the
Guys, we'll
last
just
part
blame
of the
Ben.
message.
We'll just
The
blame Ben.
last part of the message is the key there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always prepared for a fight.
I mean, you say that.
I do say that.
Yes. All right. So what is Nash up to during all this? Sorry, what is Tarn up to? My God, I was looking at Discord.
That's what I keep doing. That's why I keep calling him Nash.
Somebody back into
Oh, you're breaking up a lot. Was that just me? No, you're. Is it me or is it him breaking up, guys?
It sounds a little crackly for me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Give me a second. And how about now?
Still pretty crackly.
It's a little bit better, but it's still really crackly.
Don't you love when your mic just randomly stops working like it's supposed to?
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Every time, though, it always just. You didn't touch it at all, it just stops working.
Let me disconnect chat and reconnect that sometimes helps.
What is? All right, let's see if this works then. Praise the Omnissiah.
Hello. His mic just died completely.
You can type in stuff if nothing else.
Typing is always an option.
Can I get something to drink while let's figure that out?
I mean,
Yeah,
we could take 5 here.
Yeah, let's take 5 so I can get something to drink while he figures it out.
All right,
I'll be right
cool.
back.
Let's take 5, everyone.
Here now.
Sorry, I'm back. You are still pretty bad.
I think it's Discord.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can hear every like other word. So I think you said it's Discord.
I think so.
Yeah,
I'll just type out what I'm going to do.
yeah. We're taking a 5-minute break to get something to drink, so I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, I'm back.